All right, we're back. So we just finished the Hello World server. Got more beer.
Yeah, Abhi did all the boring setup configuration stuff, and now I get to build the resolvers, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, let's see. Let's
We're
make
gonna
sure
mock some APIs and get all the necessary queries and interactions we need with the server to get the data for our marketplace, and hopefully be able to have something that we can interact with.
Yeah, so I think with anything, we should start with the types. So let's go to the schema stuff. Let's just start fucking making types and shit. So this marketplace, what types do you think we need?
Yeah, we're probably gonna need a type here that's a item. We probably have a better name for these types of items that's very generic.
Well, let's talk about the name, right? So what are these items? They're like designs, right?
Designs, yeah. And, shirts, maybe.
Well, they can be printed on anything. So if the object is printed on, that could be anything, right? So maybe we should have a
product. It's a marketplace, and there's products.
Well, there's like a root thing here, right? Which is like the design itself. So maybe there's metadata about the design that we want. That's like the root of the whole product, right? Is this design that people buy and sell and shit, right? So we could start. So like, what is it? The design, and then a product could be a design, right? Maybe like a product has a design in it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, then you can also add other designs to the product.
Yeah, and then the design's gonna have a designer.
Yeah.
The designer is going to have designs that he's done. There's going to be different relations, and that's exactly.
And the designer may not necessarily be tied to the product. It's tied to the design, but maybe the product is something else.
Exactly.
What if there's like 3 designs in one product?
The product is somebody who is just hiring out and contracting this designer.
Yeah. Like we could group designs together and sell them as one thing.
Have 2 designers on a project,
Yeah.
or more than one.
Yeah. All right, so we should have a design type.
Types of relationships.
We should have like a design .GraphQL. I think we spelled GraphQL wrong too.
I always get that wrong. Graph is such a hard word for me.
GraphQL.
I think that could be a one issue with adoption. It's just the graph portion, having to spell it.
All right. Type design. So what properties do we know right now that we need?
It's going to have a designer. It's going to be a subtype.
Yeah, it will be. We can do it in the same file for now. So designer is a subtype of, what's the type name for, like, we can call it designer. And we'll write that type later.
Just get a base for it.
What else do we need on a designer? Or a design? We need a design URL maybe? A URL?
The URL for it. It's going to be a string.
Yeah.
Any of these going to be required. This thing's probably just not going to pop out of nowhere.
We need an ID. An ID that is ID. Make that required. Capital D.
So we can uniquely identify this one with the designer.
Mm-hmm.
Establish that relationship.
What else do we need? Create it at.
Timestamp this. And what's that type again? Isn't there a GraphQL specific type you can add, or do you use a number and then morph everything? Get time and.
Well, I think right now, for the sake of moving forward, we should use float. Just use the float type. We can implement a custom GraphQL date scaler that will act like a date, but we're not going to do that right now. It's complicated. That's something that we should change about GraphQL. These custom scalars are not hard to implement, but We just have to do it, and there's some time in there. We'll go with float for now. What else do we need?
Yeah, we're also going to need the likes and dislikes of this, kind of like comments, maybe things that associated with this design that people think that say whether it's good or bad, ratings.
Yeah, so votes, or we could say like likes.
That could probably be a subtype itself. People can have different types of reactions for likes. It might not be just a up or down.
Yeah.
Minus or positive. Having that flexibility might be nice.
Yeah, and we can store a lot more info in likes, right? We can say like what's the number of likes, dislikes. We can add a lot of data in there in the likes type.
Yeah.
Call it likes type, whatever. All right. I think that's enough. We can jive with that for now, right? Those types.
And we can always extend it. That's the beauty of GraphQL.
Exactly. All right, let's mock out these other types. So, designer's gonna have what, name or ID definitely. Probably want to store first name. In our DB, we can store first name and last name, but maybe you want to have first name as well. Just first name, just last name. Avatar. URL.
And photo, yeah.
Yeah, we call it avatar straight up.
The hipsters want to get their photos on there.
What's an Ava photo?
Ava photo.
What is that shit?
That's an avatar and a photo.
Oh yeah.
It's a dope app name. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think that's good for designer. I think. All right, likes is interesting because we could have a bunch of random shit in there if we wanted. What do you want to put in there?
Up votes, down votes.
Yeah. What's score? Or like
or,
overall?
You know, kind of having second thoughts. Do you think these should be a like? Because there's going to be people that are customers, and you're going to want to be able to track who likes these. And this, if instead of this being a likes, this here is an array of likes, or a list of likes, then we'd be able to associate these with individual customers, and make that.
My question for that is like, what is the data access? Like, how are we going to access this data? So like, that's cool. We could do that, but like, what's our data access? So like, when we get a design, right? We fetch the likes. When we display that to the user, do we give a shit about who liked it, or are we just displaying a count? If it's just a count, then design should just have a like count and call it a day, right? This is not our DB. This is just our representation of the API. Right?
I guess it doesn't matter if we want to just display likes and up votes and down votes, but it does matter if we want to display relevant designs back to our customers in the future if they want to see kind of these.
Yeah, but should that be part of the design type though in the marketplace? Like, is the design type going to need this like array of likes?
Well, I believe this like could be used in other places as well. It's just kind of associated. Like it would have the like customer.
I see what you're saying. Okay, let's do that. The thing is, would you would you want to, if it's going to be a like per customer ID, would you want upvotes and downvotes as keys, or do you just want to take like a
Exactly. It would just be his vote, and it would probably be an int of a +1 or a -1.
yeah, or a negative whatever?
Some scalar.
Yeah, we could probably make like custom types for that too later. Cool.
And then probably gonna want like a custom resolver just to be able to run through those likes. If they're massive, how are we gonna calculate that? If there's thousands of these likes, and every time we want to show a design, we have to download all those likes and calculate the value. That may become expensive, an expensive operation.
Yeah, it's like almost that like likes needs to be its own. It's almost need like likes kind of needs to be like likes, likes by ID or something, or it takes an ID. I don't know. Let's just say it takes an ID. I don't know if this is the wrong syntax, but or it could be the right one actually. But and then it returns. And this is backed by another resolver, likes by ID. So when we query for a design, we potentially don't need to include this field. You know, but I don't know. I'm still not convinced. Like that's a big deal. We can get into that. I don't know. Let's get into that in a bit, because we'd have to wire some things up, and I'm not sure we're there yet. But
we can deal with the scale of you and I for now.
Yeah. There's just some things that we need to do first before we do that. I think this is like a good start for our schema. Let's write some code against it.
I'll just kind of pull it in here.
So all those are, yep, that's what you want to put.
Let's see. So when you import these, do they kind of come as?
They're just a string, so you can just do a default import like that.
Yeah, or would they be multiple since there's
no, it'll just come as like one big ass string.
Got it. So it'll have designer and
all
likes
of it, yeah.
all in one.
Yeah, just a string. So.
So that's another thing that I really like about GraphQL is that it forces you to really talk about the types and figure out what you want to build and what are you building in the first place before you just go and start throwing some API calls and other functions all over the place. Yeah. You actually have a blueprint. Like when you're building a house, you figure out, okay, let's build the foundation. And where are we going to put everything?
Yep. That's
what you're really doing with the types. And anybody else that comes and looks at the project can be led to that file and say like, oh, okay, yeah, so that's kind of what a design is. And I can follow that and figure out where to find designs and how to change designs.
Yep, exactly. We just have to export this.
I digressed and forgot to actually do the code.
All right, so now let's write a resolver that we want to generate our list of designs, I think.
So for this, we're going to use our faker module, and So let's go ahead and check that out.
Faker.js, yeah, that first one. Oh, right there. This is a great library.
So we'll be able to just grab some emails design. So what did we say in our types that we needed?
If you scroll down, they have like the full API list. Scroll
Just
down.
copy this npm. Where's that npm?
This is Faker, so we should install that.
Okay, so we got a name, first name.
Yeah.
Faker.fake.
We can just do it like this for the JavaScript implementation. Faker,
Yeah.
we should apply that. Exactly.
It's a little cleaner than some string interpolation.
Yep. What's that?
Hyper.
Let's install it. Yarn add that stuff. Faker. All right.
So we have faker here, and then, so what are we gonna fake? We're gonna fake a design. So we got a design mock. Pun intended.
I think we should organize our mocks too. Let's make a mocks folder. So we can just import these and just like, return them, and then we can like flag them off on and off if we want.
Where's your new folder and add 'em?
I don't know, dude. I just usually right click on that. I'm like old school. New. Box. Motherfucker. Box, motherfucker.
So we can mock our types.
Yeah, let's make an index.js.
Should we mock hello world? No. That's dumb.
What we could do, you know what we could do with this mocks file? We can cancel this real quick. So you export this object, right?
Mm-hmm.
Write query. Write the query as if you're running a resolver. The query. The query keyword, the capital Q. Yep. All right. And so designs, right, is our thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mock our resolver without touching our real resolver.
So now, instead of when we export our schema, we just export our mocks instead of exporting that.
Well, it's going to be cooler than that, and I'll show you when we get there. It's going to be tight.
So what happens if we merge those objects? Will one like overwrite the other?
The real schema will always, the way we're going to do it, the real schema will always overwrite it. But yeah, let's get a mock going. And fuck hello world.
I never remember this here. We're not going to need this in the future for now, but in the future we can query for certain designs based on that.
Yep. And now we'll just get all of them.
But maybe on the, yeah, exactly, maybe. And then, so we're just going to return an array because we don't have any, and
this one will return object. Yeah, nice. We can just mock that up. It's gonna be sick.
So we got our designer. And my short-term memory is terrible. And that's why we have computers.
Yeah.
Oop.
All right, so we should look up let's look at the, oh shit. Let's look at the Faker library for like ID designer. So like ID, I think there's like faker.random. If you look at random, scroll down. Random UUID. Yep, that's the one. So you can put that right there.
Faker.
Type. They have faker.random image URL, so we can go get one of those too. I don't think it's random. I think it's actually like some other thing. Image. Yeah, sure.
That might be not a string.
Yeah, let's look at image. There's like an image category, I think. Image.image URL. That's what we want.
URL.
Yep.
Created that, figured out.
What a date.
Wow.
Date. Date dot what?
Fake.
Date dot past. Recent. What about recent? Yeah. Faker dot date dot recent. Type. How many likes do you want on these things?
Let's do like, what is this? It's like function. Do something dirty here.
What are you trying to do? Oh, no, fuck that.
Do you have how do you create an array? I like count number of arrays.
Yeah, here. This is what we'll do.
I just need like a random
You want to do random? That's cool.
number, a random list of likes.
So I love Lodash for this reason. You get this Lodash arrange function. Alright? And we'll make another function called like create type. Create type. It takes like a number and a factory. So we call this factory. What we first do is we create our range items. And we say like, yo, range is to the number that you specify. What this is going to do is going to make an array with index from 0 to whatever. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do range items dot map. We don't care about the index. And we're just going to return the factory function. And now what we can do is we can just be like, yo, likes.
Types, we want to like factory.
And then you want to do what, math.random or something?
Yeah.
I'll forget the syntax for math.random. Is it like that? I don't know. We can look it up. Let's see.
We're probably got to do like faker random number or something.
Oh yeah, we should use faker. Random. That's the easiest way. Oh shit. Right here. Faker.random number.
Do we need to seed it?
Fuck it. Boom.
Nice.
Oh, and we should give it the
Oh,
factory.
yeah.
Like.
Nice.
Cool little util that we just made.
Let's do your.
Oh, we should have. Yeah, we should
Lodash.
probably add the dependency.
Lodash.
Beer and Coke.
Then this is just a mock. So we'll probably need Lodash. So save dev or.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. We're working on the server side, right? So bundle size doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
We're gonna use Lodash in our code, right? Might as well. That's a great thing about working on the server. Sometimes it's like you don't have to worry about shit.
Unless you're working in serverless cloud.
Is it really like that? Like you have to worry about the actual like content size?
You really don't though.
Some of my containers are like 600 megs, dude. There's like hella shit in there. It doesn't really matter, dude. It doesn't really matter. Once the server starts, it's like whatever.
There's like ton of images and stuff that you're not even using.
It's like pictures of Guy Fieri and stuff, you know, like just random like there's like
Shopping
porn in
list.
there. Like 600 megs of just like a bunch of porn and shit.
And what do you think is really on Mark Zuckerberg's server?
Money.
Money.
Bitcoin, I don't know. Alright, dude, what are we up to now? So
Oh yeah, we're getting now we're on to designers, so we got to get some faker first names and last names.
alright, tight.
Faker.name for F5 name.
We can use that. Oh, okay. Should we just make our own? First name, last name, then just join them or something?
First name. I think it's got it in here. Yeah, and then we can just build a resolver to join them.
First. I like camel case. Never forget it.
Should probably just do it for all of them, but the type's already that.
We can change it. Want to?
Yeah. The creator that's camel case, so might as well.
Yeah, sure. How many beers have you drinking?
Smile for almost a second. I'm lagging. I'm driving.
You're driving, dude. Don't be drinking and driving, man. Come on, dude. I'm only 2 down.
We need an ID for this guy. What else do we have in this type? GraphQL design.
Avatar. We need like image.avatar something.
Yeah.
Faker.image.avatar.
Oh no, it's not typed.
That'd be nice, right? I think code does that for you, huh? Maybe we'll let code on your laptop next time. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest features about typing, especially with like require statements. It just auto fills everything.
There's a lot of utils I wish I had the time to sit down and install. I wish there was like some code nerd that would just come on my computer and just enable me to do good things. Alright.
Then we got
New name. We should store these in a variable, both of these, so we can join them in a name.
Did we change
Excuse me.
So you mean like
It's in mocks. Yeah. Well, we want to make sure that the random name that we got for first and last name is the same as this name.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should store first name from Faker in a variable and last name, and then just do a backtick string thing where we put them together. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about doing a design name resolver? So So whenever anybody calls and executes the query for the name, it'll pass our designer in. We can return designer dot first name.
We already have name though. Oh, you're saying to not have name on the schema?
Yeah.
And just do this shit?
And
Yeah,
then we
dude.
can change it in the resolver, or we can, and we can like save some. I don't know really what's better or not. I don't have a preference either way.
Dude, do it. I like it.
But I think it's nice just to kind of demonstrate and have that example.
You know,
out there
this
that
is
something more.
This is super interesting.
You can do something more complex here, like if you had a username and you needed to do something asynchronous, you can return a promise out of here.
Yeah. No, yeah. You're like really embracing GraphQL's like intricacies, you know. Now I don't write GraphQL like this. I think it is good because we're starting a greenfield project, and we are using GraphQL as our API layer from the beginning. Like we're starting everything in GraphQL. Doing things like this makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense because we own everything in GraphQL. But coming from experience where like you don't start in GraphQL, like we kind of adopted an approach where the type holds all the computed properties. Like name is a computed property that we're creating a resolve function for, right? When they sees names, it's going to call this function where the root type now is designer. Now we get first name and last name. We put them together. We compute the property, right? Now, our backend is tied to computing properties like this. But if your backend was computing properties some other way, you know, we're just doing it some way else, you know.
Yeah, like we could compute name on the front end, like that's not an issue.
Or we could have computed name on our backend API layer, right? Like right now we're putting our API layer and then our backend layer in the same thing in GraphQL right now. That's to get the project forward, right? Once we get our main APIs down, we're going to separate GraphQL from the backend. Because the backend should be able to operate against REST, GraphQL, gRPC, like whatever you want to talk to our backend with publicly or anybody, you should be able to do anything. Like someone says like, hey, can I hit you with the REST API? And you're like, nah, dude, like can't do that. What? Like, you can't do
GraphQL.
Yeah, only GraphQL, dude. It's like, dude, are you serious? But then again, like if you ask a REST API person, hey, can you open up a GraphQL service? They're like, I don't know about
what is that?
But anyway, like that's kind of where we're headed. I think for now we're going to keep going the way we're doing it, but we will split those up, and then we'll start like you know how we have these packages here. This product server is going to be our GraphQL server, and the APIs that power our resolvers, they're going to be another service completely, in their own service, deployed independently. But anyway, that's kind of like future talk. We'll get there.
So I like how we have this create types function here. I'll create types. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but just saw that.
Maybe we should change this API to flip the arguments. Maybe it's more natural to pass the factory in first.
Yeah, it's nice to curry that too, because you could be like create design types and then pass in if you wanted to create your own functions. Or
yeah,
I like that API choice.
Just gotta switch this. I've been starting to write functions that just have objects as parameters, so I can do whatever the hell I want in them. Because with objects, you don't have to go and worry about your like position count and shit. You know, It's just like you do stuff. It's an object. Get the keys out of there. You know,
and you can still map over it. The order is the only thing that matters. Like with it, if you want to preserve the order, an array is nice.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, dude. All right, let's get this done.
So we got alike, and this was customer ID, who doesn't exist yet.
I get some customers, baby. And I gotta open up another beer. Bottle opener me, bro. Thank you.
And his vote. And this is what I kind of like about the vote and these sub resolvers. I'm not really too sure what the actual name for these are, but you can really constrict vote to be whatever you say it is. If you say vote's only going to be +1 or -1, and somebody tries to say no, I'm going to have a +100, then your resolver could just say, oh, I'm going to return a 1. I don't care what you say you are, you're a 1. Or if you say you're a -100, no, you're just a -1. But so this vote is just going to be math.random, which is going to be a number between 0 and 1. So if that's greater than 0.5, we'll do, hopefully that's an even distribution, but it's probably not fair, and -1. So we'll probably have a lot of just don't really care one way or another. Some people like it, some people don't. This is faker.
Can you see if faker has a Boolean thing? Faker.random or something like that in the faker stuff?
Boolean, I like that. That's so much better to type than 1, -1. That's fine. Bool, random, perfect. So what do you think? Should we change that type from an int to a bool?
No. We can use, if it's true, it's 1. If it's false, it's -1.
That's a lot cleaner code here than my, which was supposed to be a 0.5.
We don't even need. Oh no, we don't even need that, right? Oh yeah, okay, right. Faker.random. Yep. All right, dude.
All right, so now we have our designs. We don't need this right here. So
we're in mock land.
So we have mocks.
So we're good. We're good on mocks.
We're good on designs here. So
let's just test out everything. So let me show you something.
We just need to execute our tests, our mocks instead of our actual resolvers.
So GraphQL tools again, dope library, has this thing called like add mock or mock.
So my only question is like, how do you make sure now that since you have these two different files and these two different objects that you're exporting, how do you make sure that in production or in development when you're testing against your mocks in production that you're not using different functions and you're actually testing what you're actually going to be executing?
That's a good point. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this add mock functions to schema thing, right? And you can customize those just as we were doing, right? We could do all that stuff. Anyway, so what we're going to do is in our schema folder, we're going to import, I think it's already here. Oops. Add mock functions to schema. And we'll do like if process.env.node env is equal to development and process.env.mock exists. we're gonna say let schema, let GraphQL schema, and we'll say that this thing is equal to, this is the same thing, but we're going to add the mock functions here to the schema, and this thing can take mocks. So we'll import the mocks from mocks, like that. Bada bing, bada boom. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Should we run
Hopefully
it?
it doesn't explode.
It's probably going to explode. Okay, here we go. Designs defined in resolvers, but not in schema. Not in schema. Because our root type, right here, our root type, designs, returns, design, like that.
Yes.
Alright, let's try that again. Well, it did not, it didn't blow up, so that's good.
Yeah, things you kind of have to it's a little repetitive. You got to go and declare that in the type for your resolver, but
yeah,
it does make for nice error messaging.
All right, so here's the design. ID string, cool. Like customer ID, great. Designer, great. Now I don't know if our resolver is actually. I think our resolver is actually. So designs. No, didn't work.
Didn't work.
All right, let's go find out why. Maybe because we're not mocking properly. That's probably it. So like what? Add mock functions to schema.
I know it's not my code.
Yeah, I'm the one who wrote it. Mocks, right? Mocks. We did that. We submitted our mocks. Mocks in the schema.
Preserve resolvers.
We don't want to preserve ours though.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Here we are.
Did we set process env mock and node environments? Or environment variable script?
Let's see. Oh, we're doing this wrong. Alright, we're just doing this wrong. My bad, dude. Alright, so this is what we need to do. We need to add this to this variable here. And then we just need to export this shit. And we can make this a const. Because we need it to be a let. Alright. This should probably work. I hope. Let's see. Oh no. Where's the sad? Oh, finally.
There it goes.
Sad day if it didn't come.
Slow listener.
Oh shit, it's still no.
What's going on?
What's going
There's
on?
no logs.
We should add logs. We'll add mock functions to schema. Schema mocks. Mocks come in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna console.log. What's good?
That's a good log.
What's good? No, what's good, log? Oh no! Ah, you know what, dude? I'm so stupid. This is what happens when you're 2 beers deep. Alright, this is what the issue is. You know how in my code right here, for the mock, for the schema I mean, I had this mock variable. I'm not even running this thing in mock mode. You know what I'm saying? npm run start. Now we're in mock mode. This should work now.
Do we also need to be in node environment development mode?
Shit, it still doesn't work, dude. I'm full of shit.
Node environment development.
Oh yeah, dude. But I thought that would be automatic. But you're right.
I think it might be like.
Oh, nice. We actually got an error now.
I did not know that you didn't have to use the strings there. I thought that would learn something new every day.
Yeah, we're also fucked up right now.
Yeah. APIs and IPAs.
APIs and IPAs.
That's why you watch this so we can make the errors.
Oh, dude, we
can
totally
fix
malformed it. We malformed the mock. This is supposed to be a function. Oops. Here, let's make this into a function that returns
an object.
this object. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And we don't need this. We should probably set up some like node mon server so it just automatically restarts. But I don't have the patience for that shit right now. Alright. This works. Finish your beer. Oh no. No.
It's just generating thousands of them.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It would, I don't think it would take
What's
that
taking
long.
this long, dude?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is going on?
How large are the random numbers?
Oh shit. It could be any number, dude. Oh my god, we're fucking everything up. Okay, we should say like
It's probably a good thing. Makes us test this stuff.
You know what? I'm not even trying to fuck with numbers right now. We're just trying to get this proof of concept done.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna remove the thing. We'll do it later. This is called dev priorities, guys, because we don't really care about the perfection right now. We're trying to hustle and get a proof of concept front end to back end done. This is all real time, guys. There's real beers being drunk. We are a little inebriated.
I don't think we seeded the random number generator either.
Do we have to?
Yeah, that I was looking at that. I think we might have had to.
Oh shit. Well, we'll find out.
There we go.
Nice. Okay, so what else? We want to look for designer.
Let's get the name. Make sure that
that
sub-resolver works.
Looks like it works, but it does not.
Hello world.
But it did not work. It did not do what we said. Let's see.
What's the first and last name?
Jerome.
Sandy.
Jerome from college. So name does not work. It did not work. So let's go find out why. Because it's not a function. That's why. That's my guess. I'm probably right.
Yeah. I forget that these need to be functions, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, these are the resolve functions, right?
Yeah.
They're tight. Prettier to the rescue. Guys, you should use Prettier. It's great.
That's one thing I'm not a big fan of the Prettier plugin in VS Code. And, there's probably some updates that have fixed it.
Why don't you like it?
There was just issues with like syncing it up with my ESLint. I would have issues with the Prettier, and then ESLint would come in, and then it would just mess things up. And then there was one time when I saved my file, and then ESLint overwrote it, and the file was gone. Then I just kind of Command Z didn't work.
Oh, I see.
I was scared after that and disabled it.
So
that's why we have source control though. So
this is designer, right? Designer as a name. Designer. I'm wondering if we're getting overpowered by this. We'll find out. Nope. I don't know why it's not working.
It could be on the wrong place as well.
Well, it could be because we're in mock mode, right? Could be.
Yeah, what if we put that in the regular schema? Or in the regular resolve?
Alright, let's see if this works. Boom. These can just be making moves right there. This could be one of these guys. First name. Last name. There you go. We won't do this right now. I don't think. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's probably in the wrong object. Or it needs
Yeah,
to
I
be,
think this has to be designer like this because that's the type. I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep that on.
I think you're right.
I'm gonna let's give it one more try. So you have the backup in case. Keep moving after. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah. Alright, fuck it. On to the next one. Peace out. Bring you back. Alright, man.
Braglio Bagish.
What's that lag, dude? Lag City? There we go. Nice, dude. We got data, bro. Oh, we should look for the likes. See how likes are.
10 votes. Negative ones, negative ones.
That's the thing, though. If you wanted to display the total count, I wish we had like a computed property like like count.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, we can do that actually. Let's do that. So, all right. So, this is gonna be fun. So we have likes. We have likes, and then we have like count. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reduce the likes. I'm gonna memo current value reduce, and start at 0. We'll say return memo.vote plus the current value, and so that'll give us the total like count. I think you can say like count is that. What's that? Let's see if that works. Oh, it's not going to work. Because reduce needs to be imported. We should install ESLint. Probably because we keep fucking things up. But we can do that later.
So, should we do, as well as a like count, a like value? Because the memo not vote, if it's negative, it's going to subtract it. So that like count might be a little bit misleading. If that's the total amount of likes.
Oh, yeah.
Or should there be another one called total likes?
Yeah, it should be total likes. Which would be like size. Total likes would be size of likes, right?
Yeah.
That's another great handy dandy dash. Yeah. Come on, load! I always play those games, you know, where you just like refresh frantically.
I like the T-Rex game.
Oh, but I didn't add those to the schema, right? So they don't really make sense. I gotta add it to the design. Like count is a int, right? Int.
Yeah, int.
And then what did I say? Total
count.
Total count.
Total likes.
What did I put? Dude, mocks are sick,
Total
right?
count.
Total likes. Mocks are so cool. Like we haven't written any backend code at all. We're just like making a product. It'll be fake data, but it'll be sick.
Yeah.
And then we just add APIs and we're done.
And you can do it. You can use it and build it on the train. You can build it on the plane. You don't need Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
You can,
We're just building. We're envisioning a world. All right, so like count. No. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it no? And then total likes. This is gonna be fine. All right, so I fucked up my. It's current val dot vote plus memo. Dude, I'm really bad at this. I always make these typos and stuff. I just like write it real quickly.
It's interesting that the accumulator is backwards from the current value in the Lodash reducer.
It's usually like
That's why I get so mixed up when I go to Lodash because they switch the parameters around from some of the JavaScript prototypes.
Well, this now has 3 parameters, right? Because I mean, likes is an array for sure, and we could have just done a regular reduce, right? I just like using Lodash. We could have just done a reduce like this because it is an array, so we could have just done this. It would have been the same.
Yeah.
I like using Lodash reduce because sometimes you can use it on objects, which is tight. Helps out a lot. Alright, so this should be good. Light count 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2.
It's like counting cards.
Yeah. So dude, like right now we have a design for the marketplace. Cool.
Awesome.
Alright, we'll be back in a bit.